Hi everyone, Tina here, and today I'd like to talk about BODMAS. This is an acronym that helps you to remember what order to do operations in when you have a sum to do. You may also know this topic as BIDMAS or PEMDAS, depending on what country you're in or how your teacher has taught you. My preference is BODMAS, but I'll run through the other acronyms as well, and then we'll do some examples. Okay, so here are the three main acronyms, BODMAS, BIDMAS, and PEMDAS. I'll go through and say what each of the letters mean. In BODMAS, B stands for brackets, O stands for other, and that includes things like square numbers and square rooting. B stands for division, M multiplication, A addition, S subtraction. In BIDMAS, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is the I. So we've got brackets, and then the I stands for indices, which again refers to doing things like squaring numbers or square rooting numbers. And then the rest is the same. For PEMDAS, some of the words are different. So the P stands for parentheses, which is another word for brackets. E stands for exponents, again referring to the same thing. So squaring numbers, cubing numbers, square rooting. And then we've got multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction again. Now, one thing with these acronyms, which is really important, is that certain letters are actually on the same level as each other. By that, I mean brackets or parentheses are always done first. Indices, exponents, square rooting, cube rooting, all that other stuff is always done second. But then division and multiplication are actually on the same level as each other. And addition and subtraction are also on the same level as each other. What I mean by this is if you have a sum that purely has addition and subtraction in it, for example, 10 take away 2 plus 5, even though the A comes first in the acronym, that doesn't mean that you should do addition first. In fact, you should always read the sum left to right, just like when you're reading a sentence. So in this case, we would actually do the 10 take away 2 first, which is 8, and then 8 plus 5 gives 13. It would be a common mistake to think that we need to do the addition first because it comes first in BODMAS, but that would give you a different answer. So if we did the addition first, we would do 2 plus 5 to give 7, and then 10 take away 7 would be 3, and that is wrong. If you consider division and multiplication to be on the same level and addition and subtraction to be on the same level, then that's just a reminder that no matter what the sum is, you would always do division and multiplication before you do addition and subtraction. Let's take a look at some examples so you can see what I mean by that. Example 1, work out 4 times 3 plus 17. Now, I've got a reminder of BODMAS on the side, and no matter what, brackets always come first. So that's what we would work out first, 3 plus 17 inside the brackets to give 20. And then we've got 4 times 20, 80. Part B, 10 take away 2 times 5. Now, because multiplication comes before addition and subtraction, we need to do that first. So 2 times 5 is 10, and then 10 take away 10 is 0. Example 2, work out 7 squared plus 2 times 4. Now O in BODMAS stands for other, and that includes things like squaring numbers. So we're going to do that first. 7 squared is 49. Then we're going to go down the list and see that multiplication is ahead of addition and subtraction. So we need to do that one next. 2 times 4 is 8. Finally, we do the addition. 49 plus 8 gives 57. Example 3, 2 times 6 plus 14 divided by 2. Now we've got 3 different operations here, but again, division and multiplication always come before addition and subtraction. So we need to deal with those first. You can do them in any order, but I'm just going to start with the 2 times 6 because it's in the front. So 2 times 6 is 12. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So now we've got 12 plus 7, which equals 19. Last example, these ones can always be a little bit tricky where you have to put brackets into a statement that's already there in order to make it correct. So it says we can use more than one pair of brackets in each statement. It's essentially trial and error. So looking at the numbers that you have in front of you and the operations, if we just did it without putting brackets in, we would do 4 times 5 for the first one to get 20 and then add 3, which is 23, so not going to work. So instead, we need to think about where we can put the brackets to make the sum true. So if you look here, if we put brackets around 5 plus 3, that's going to give us 8 when we do the brackets first, and then 4 times 8 is 32. So that's how we do that one. For the next one, again, if we don't put any brackets in, we would do the multiplying first. So 4 times 5 is 20. 3 plus 20 plus 6 is 29, not 47. So got to put brackets somewhere. This one, if you put brackets around the 5 plus 6, that would mean you would have to do that first to get 11. And then you've got 3 plus 4 times 11. BODMAS again, so you do the multiplication first before the addition. 4 times 11 is 44. 3 plus 44 is 47. For the last one, the multiplication in the middle would give 35. 2 plus 35 plus 3 is 40. That's not what we want. We want 72. So in this case, you actually want to put 2 sets of brackets in. One set around the 2 plus 7 and one set around the 5 plus 3, because that will give you 2 plus 7 is 9 times 5 plus 3, which is 8, and therefore 72. That's it for now. If you found this video useful, please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do share this with anyone else that you think might find it helpful. Thanks, and see you next time.